Today I've come to see a signage factory to see how they're operating post-COVID-19. What kind of procedures are in place now from the local authorities and how COVID-19 has affected their business. Hello mate, how you doing?
Not bad.
Alright.
Before you go any further, because of the requirements, we have to check your temperature to make sure you're not radioactive.
Radioactive.
That's 36.7.
Okay, I'm okay.
It's above 37.
It's above 37,
and
then
the local people, the local what's called
the local authorities.
Shenzhen, I think that's how to pronounce it. And that basically means I've got someone here that's over 37, you need to come and take them away, do a proper check. They'll do a proper check on you. And if you really are that high, then they'll whisk you off, put you into quarantine and put you in hospital and all that, do the thing on you. So a lot of regulations are still here. When we opened this factory, when I got back into China on about the end of the Chinese New Year, on the 28th of January, we weren't allowed to open the factories for a month. And there were so many requirements. They need to know all the staff, where they've been, where they're living from, where they're coming from, where they're returning from, who's here, where we're from, everything about every single person. Everyone had to register on an app. Everyone had to go on an app and read all these, watch all these videos, and had to do a video of themselves watching the videos and upload it to the app with their ID number and everything to make sure they learn the requirements that should be done in the factory. Now, it's a lot more relaxed now. We still have to wear masks, and we do wear them in the factory just in case, you know, these people are out mixing with people all day long. So, but we have to have all this here. Each person that arrives every day, I actually have to put you on here.
Right, so we've got to sign in.
Every time someone comes in, the date and everything,
Yep.
who they were, what their temperature was, and that is in the morning, after lunch, and if they do overtime in the evening. Before we had to wear these on our feet and everything, and there was a lot more hand sanitizer here. But now we just overuse this. We have to keep masks here. We always have to have like a 50 masks at any time. Yeah, and the government will turn up at any time and check all of this.
Right. So we have to abide by the rules.
They randomly come in and check, just like everything. With the health and safety and the regulations in China in factories are really, really high now. All of this is what we have to put up, teach staff how to be with COVID-19, how to be in the factory, and what not to do at home, not to mix with too many different people, etc., etc. This is all out. The government will come in and check this, and this has to be updated continually. Our safety guy over there, he's been off on safety course, so when they turn up, they'll ask them where people have come from. A lot of these workers, when we came here, were back in their hometown. None of them were here. We had to get temporary people in. And then when they came back, they had to quarantine for 2 weeks. And then they had to go for tests and everything to make sure they were okay. Then they were allowed to come into work. And the whole time of this, we have to pay them.
Yeah, so that's a bit of a burden on the cash flow.
Yeah.
So of course, because like there's been so many complications and hurdles to go through for most companies to start reopening.
Yeah.
There's been financial issues for everybody with so many staff members. You know, there's a big responsibility there, right? You have to have.
It was really tough to get it off the ground because we're coming back after the Chinese New Year, which is always a quiet time anyway.
Yeah.
And even the West knows it's a quiet time. A lot of the customers in the West are waiting for us to come back, like at the beginning of February.
Yeah.
And to get on with their orders. So that time of year is always a busy time for us because we've got to come back and we need to finish these orders by the end of February.
Right.
We couldn't open. We didn't have staff. So now all of those orders and all the orders that were ready to ship out that were just about finished couldn't go until March. So delays on payments and incoming payments and, you know, owed payments, etc.
Yeah.
Right up until now, it's still affected us and many other factories here, export factories, on a very great level. We're starting to get back to norm, but I reckon about 2 more months.
2 more months,
before we get back
before
into normal cash flow.
I see, and that also includes your staff as well then?
There are more stuff. We had to lay off a lot of staff, so we had to let a lot of staff go. We've got a skeleton crew at the moment, and then we bring in local temporary staff. And what we do is we bring in local temporary staff when we're super busy, and then we pick the good ones up from those, and we choose to employ those.
You're headhunting.
We're headhunting. We're always headhunting.
Well, if you see good talent, you have to snap them up when you can.
A lot of people in China to choose from.
A lot of talented people, I'm sure.
at the beginning of this year, we'd ordered a complete fully automatic system
Right,
to go
right.
in here,
Yeah.
which is fully automatic screen printing and drying. So it basically, you put them in, it screen prints, pulls in the acrylic, it screen prints a layer, goes along and dries for a dry machine. But because of the COVID-19 and the slowdown on orders and cash flow and everything, we put that order on hold. We hope to get that in a couple of months.
Of course, yeah, everything's been delayed.
Yeah.
Well, that's the main thing, that things are now starting to get back to normal on a day-by-day basis.
Yeah.
Some countries are now also out, you know, in the West are starting to get back to normal as well. Slowly but surely, you know.
I was talking to my mother yesterday and she was saying, yes, we're allowed to go into town now. A lot of shops are opening, not so many coffee shops, so we all still have to keep 2 meters apart.
Yeah.
And that's how it was here around the end of March, walking into April. You know, the only things that were open prior to that were supermarkets, and when you went in, there's only so many people allowed to go in, and you had all the temperature check-in and that, which is still going on now. You still have to, when you go into any supermarket like Walmart here, still checking you, check your temperature, and you have to scan the app to say where you've come from. So that if the app will tell them if you haven't been here.
Okay, well, let's take a look at some of the signage here. I mean, that's what I've come to see.
Yeah.
Ultimately, you know, the signage that you guys are famous for.
And these are all of our illuminated signage. You know, these are interior signage. You know, we've got the exterior signage up here.
I see you've got some Don Q there.
Yeah, Coke Garden. Yeah, vodkas, Stella.
These are pretty cool.
Yeah, they're really nice. Yeah,
they're very, very nice.
And we do all this in-house. The vacuum molding we do here as well. This machine actually a bit messy at the moment, but it's a vacuum molding machine. It vacuum molds those ball-shaped lights there.
Now these are pretty cool, Conorita. Yeah, look at these. These are pretty nice.
So these we make in-house. It's a bit like 3D printing, but it's not. You might think these are actually real neon signs, but they're not. They're made to look like neon signs, and they're waterproof. They can take a fair amount of water.
Right. Okay. So what are they?
They're more for in-time.
Oh wow. Okay. Yeah. So they're not. I see. Yeah. They're quite squeezy.
So it's not like a neon sign, but we do neon signs as well, which are a lot more expensive. But some people still like genuine neon signs. These are really nice. And this is something we're moving into now, and expect to have full production set up within a few months. So this is the first set of DC stuff. And there's more to come. Like the poster signs here, there's a lot more poster signs, the Wonder Woman and the Joker and everything. And we got Batman here, and we're doing mini versions soon as well. So these are all available for retail on our web store, which is dcilluminated.com.
dcilluminated.com.
Yeah.
I'll drop a link down below for anybody who's interested in some of this DC.
And these are really nice, And as I say, we now producing these for DC. We have the rights to produce these for DC now, so
it's fantastic. They are really good quality. I can try and show them as best I can from this video, but when you see them in real life, and you know, oh wow, it's really flush.
It's completely flush.
Yeah.
The way it's printed gives you this 3D effect.
Yeah.
There are lots of layers, colours in there, reflection layers in there. So it's printed in a special way, and it's all hand printed. But this up the top is poster printing. This is used doing a different method, the Superman there.
Wow, that's a lot of different colours you got on there.
Yeah, that's just more like a laser printing, and then it goes inside. It's a little bit different. But it's still very special.
Yeah,
it's still very special. Yeah. And these are the original neons, the real neons. Actually, I don't have any power supplies up here for these, but these are the original neons. You've popped in today and caught me unexpected, but next time.
Oh, I'm sorry. Yeah.
When the rest of the staff are in and the main guy's here, Askia, he'll tell you a lot more than I can. So we're just sending off a sample to the US for this. This one, and hopefully they'll confirm the order. And this is just samples of a channel lettering that we do as well. So we actually, for Don Q, we're doing a big channel letter order at the moment.
Oh really?
I
quite like this TM. It kind of reminds
Trademark.
me. Trademark. Trademark. I'm just going to very cheekily name drop here. It reminds me of a makerspace that I have visited recently, and I will be visiting and making a video of them very, very soon. Otherwise known as Troublemaker. So it's the TM. So I quite like that.
We're looking into buying a laser printing machine for printing directly on the acrylic.
Right.
So this is like this is a sample I had done. This is actually laser printed onto acrylic.
That's laser printed onto acrylic.
Yeah. So we're setting up. We're looking into doing it directly on the acrylic, but you need to use very, very special inks so that they don't fade over time. The same when you print photography, you need to use very high end, like Kodak ink, so it comes out really nice and doesn't fade. So this is a
really good
sample we have. Yeah. And then we're just doing this. Actually, we just got an order for Corona.
Oh, you got an order. Oh, so Corona are still. There's still.
With Corona,
it's still going on.
Corona has not been affected by the coronavirus.
Oh, well,
they're still unless they're trying to do some more marketing. But I just put a big order in for this illuminated sign.
Okay, well thank you so much for letting me come over and check it out. Like I really appreciate it. I really like what you're doing here, and it's great to see that finally things are back to normal in so many ways.
Pretty much, yeah.
And it's encouraging that you can pick up business.
When you've been off for a while and you really want to pick up, you want to get back on with it, you want to make up for your losses and everything.
Yeah, well, the same for me actually. You know, I didn't do anything for 3 months, and except for make parody videos. But now for me myself personally, I have been incredibly busy. I haven't been so busy ever, which is a good thing actually, and it's good that I'm not the only one. You're my neighbor, and it's very comforting to have a neighbor from the UK living in China.
Yeah,
right.
I don't come across many people from the UK. Or Americans or Europeans. Yeah.
Right.
There are a lot of people here from the UK. But we're spread out.
Everybody's spread out outside of Shenzhen. 90% are English teachers.
Yeah.
And we're in that 10% who are not English teachers.
That's right. Yeah.
You know, we're doing something different. You're doing something creative. I'm doing something creative, and our paths have crossed, and that's great. It's really nice. Yeah. So one quick question: if I was to make a design, would you print it?
Yeah, if you have a design of something, you need to give it to our designers because
sure.
The concept of how we do it is printed on layers.
Okay. Interesting. Okay.
With a screen printing. So yeah, if you have an idea, we can do something.
Okay.
Yeah, just set up the tooling and off we go.
All right. Okay. So if anybody has any ideas about what kind of design I could make, I'd love to hear from you guys, and drop a comment down below if you feel inspired by what you've seen today.
Yeah, I would go more with the slimline, the acrylic slimline.
Okay.
Panels rather than these, because to make a single piece of these is very expensive.
Yeah, they look pretty expensive.
The single slimline, it's pretty straightforward to make a single piece of that.
Right.
They can be cut into shape as well, like you saw in there.
Yeah, fantastic. Great. Okay, well, thanks a lot, Gary.
You're welcome. And very good.
Yeah, awesome. Okay, guys, well, that's it for now. I'll see you guys next time. Remember, stay safe.
Yeah.
I'll see you next time. Cheers.